What's up, guys? This is Sachin Rupan, Vice Chairman of the KwaZulu-Natal Freshwater Bank Angling Region and Chairman of the Fish Online Angling Club. For today's video, we're just going to go through the prep for the upcoming KZN trials, which I think would be useful for the guys who are attending trials for the first time, as well as a lot of the club members and social anglers would just like to know what club angling is, competitive angling, as well as how to eventually get your KZN colors. I have Sunitha Richard, who's going to be helping me with a few questions that has come from several anglers, just with regards to the process. Sunitha?
Okay, the first question is, how does one go about getting KZN colors?
Okay, I think to run through it quickly, the first step is join a KZN affiliated club, right? I think for the different areas, I think Pietermaritzburg, as an example, is referred to the southern zone in the KZN area, and in Pietermaritzburg we have 4 affiliated angling clubs. So if you are in any specific area, just ask any competitive angler and they will just point you in the right direction as to which club you can join or whom would be the right contact person for you to join an affiliated angling
club. Can you explain the requirements for the selection process?
Okay. From a selector's viewpoint, I think there's a few aspects we look at. I think number 1 would be your experience. Number 2 would be the equipment, right? I'll go through your equipment quickly. A tackle box, right? So you're going to need a tackle box and a fishing stand. In your tackle box, I'll run through basics: floaties, a range of dips, spare spools, leader line, a nail clipper, a hook disgorger, worm needles, policeman, spare traces, and I think most importantly a dip list, right? So that is just guys do it in various different ways, but a list of your dips either in numerical order or alphabetical order as to what is bottle number 1 and what is bottle number 2 and so forth. So those would be the few key items to have in a tackle box.
What is your requirements for a keep net, a landing net, and a unhooking station?
Okay, I'm just going to go quickly. Unhooking station, number 1 is not a requirement, but it's a nice to have, right? The reason we are using an unhooking station, right? Number 1 is it makes unhooking a fish much easier because you have 2 hands free that you can work with. The second important point is, with the new conservation rules, we are not allowed to take a fish out of water, or fish should not touch ground. Hence the use of an unhooking station. You're able to unhook your fish in water and quickly put it into your keep net. Right. The second one is your keep net. In competitive angling, we are requested to have 2 keep nets. Different reasons. There's certain dams that you can go to. You can catch a bag full of fish. Personally, I know of guys who have caught in excess of 150 fish in a single day, right? So hence the need for an extra keep net. And another reason, when we fish competitively, you may get to a different province and they have an ordinance. An ordinance is a conservation rule. Yellowfish, for example, in some parts of the Vaal River or the Vaal system is a minimum of 450 millimeters. And that yellowfish, because it is on the endangered list, has to be placed into a separate keep net. So that would be the need for a second keep net. I think the last one you had was on a landing net. It could happen to anybody. Personally, I've stepped on a landing net and bent a handle. Right, you could break a landing net. You could have the net itself tear. Hence, the need for a spare landing net.
So the requirements are 3 landing nets.
3 landing nets.
Reels and rods. How many is advisable to carry?
Okay, rods and reels. I think it's angler's preference, but on a competitive level, we generally fish with 2 to 3 sets of rods. Right, the first one being a 6 to 8 foot rod. Right, I think with the norm being an 8 foot. The reason for that is a short rod that you can cast accurately at a short distance, and by short distance I mean anything from 5 to 50 to 60 meters, right? So that is why we'd have a short set of 8 foots as an example. The second one would be a 10 foot, right? The 10 foot rods we use to cast I would call a medium distance, anything from 50 to 100 meters. And the last set of rods anglers normally use is a set of 12 or 13 foots, and those are used to get out at longer distances, anything from 100 to 160 meters.